What's up, guys? I'm 8 weeks out. We're doing my push session. I'm here at the Muscle Factory in San Antonio, Texas. Lead y'all through this workout. Right currently on my chest training workouts, I've cut out my higher rep, more pump day. So we're just sticking more to like straight sets, sticking with more heavy loading, and towards the end get into a little bit more higher rep work. So let's get into it. So for today I start out with flat hammer press. Normally start on my other 2 days that I have for my push session are incline pressing movements. So this session I focus a little bit more on kind of that mid pec, lower pec area. So I start with a flat press. Just doing, start with one plate, just keep adding a plate on until I get up to my first work set of a hard 6 to 8 reps, somewhere in there, 6 to 10. We'll back off for 20–30% weight. Do a second set to failure again. For this one, just make sure that you're taking like a little bit wider than shoulder width grip. Make sure your scapulas are retracted back and pushed down, keeping your chest up. Trying to really start the movement with chest pressing with the chest. So this will be my first work set. Last time I did 4 plates. I did 8 reps. So I'm gonna try to match that again. Being that I'm on prep, the big thing is trying to maintain strength and try to really fight for those reps and make sure they don't drop off. That's what's gonna keep muscle mass around while I'm dieting. This first work set matched my reps from last time, so that's perfect. I'm going to drop weight, go back to probably 3 plates and a quarter, and do the same thing, go to failure. So second work set, I dropped down to 3 plates and a 10 on each side. Last time I did 10 reps, so try to match that if I can. Idea here is trying to build strength within different rep ranges, because both rep ranges, low and high, have benefits for hypertrophy. So second set, I just go up to the higher rep. All right, so that was good. So I matched my reps from last time. No improvement, but that's okay, I'm on prep. So if I can maintain it, that's really the goal. So I'm gonna move on to decline hammer strength press, work a compound movement for the lower pec area. Warming up on decline hammer strength press. Again, I still start with 1 plate and go up a plate each time until I get to my first work set, which is my first work set last time was 4 plates, and I did that for 9 reps. So I'll probably stay with that weight and see if I could get maybe 10 this time. Setup on these, I lower the seat all the way to the bottom, and like like the path of the handle should be close to like about sternum level, and go all the way through the full range of motion of these. That very last bit, you get a really good chest contraction. The chest is in the full shortened state, so definitely make sure you're going through the full range of motion on them. Keep the scapulas pulled back and keep the shoulder really stable that way. Make sure you're using chest. So this will be set number 1. Let's get into it. Alright guys, last time for my second set, I dropped 3 plates and a quarter, and I did 11 reps. So trying to beat that this time or match it. The last set went really well, so I get 4 plates for 10 reps. Last time I did this workout, like 2 weeks ago, I hit 9 reps. So the fact that I'm on prep and that was a good increase, which is excellent. So really maintaining muscle mass is what that tells me here. So it was really good. I hit 2 more reps than last time. I hit 13 reps with the 3 plates and a quarter. So those were my first 2 compound movements for chest. Now I'm going to move on into and do my compound movement for shoulders. I'll do a Smith machine overhead press. And I'll start with all these compound moves, and then after that I go on to my isolation movements for chest and shoulders. These first movements I want to get the most out of when I have the most strength, and then move on to all the isolation and more pump work. So I don't want to fatigue my chest and shoulders doing flies, and then have to go on to shoulder press. I want to do it the other way around. So on the Smith machine military press, you want to set it up and I like keeping the bar out in front of me pretty far, so my hands are always in front of my face. I like the Smith machine because I can do that. With a regular like barbell, it can travel back behind me and you get a lot of external rotation. It's just harder on the shoulder joint in general, so I feel like I can keep it in a safer position and just really concentrate on the movement and not having to stabilize a barbell. Went for 11, I didn't get it, that's all right. Matched the reps last time. I'll drop back to a plate and a quarter and rep that out to failure. All right, so that was my last set on the military press, the Smith machine. I matched my reps last time, so that's great. Just maintaining strength still. I'm gonna move back to doing chest and hit a incline reverse grip bench press on the Smith machine, and then also a standing incline cable press. So this will be really focused on upper pec. The reverse grip, it's great for triceps, but also you get a lot of upper pec activation too. So that's why I'm putting those together. I'm going to do it as a cluster set. So I'll take a minute rest after each exercise, give myself some recovery time so I can put the most effort into each set every time. Trying to hit about 15 reps on the first set through, but if I'm going to failure, reps are going to be dropping each time. So I maybe might end up with 8 to 10 on the third set. For the cable flies, I set them up to where the cable's like about hip level and pulling upward, then trying to get my pinkies together. And then on the reverse grip bench press, just trying to have the bar come down about sternum level, keeping the grips a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. So I finished up my chest isolation work, doing the cluster set, did 3 rounds there. We're going to move on to seated dumbbell lateral and do 10 full reps and then 10 partial reps, with the idea here trying to just bring more pump and metabolic stress to the muscle. I like doing the full range of motion, and once you hit failure, you can still keep moving it through the bottom portion of the movement, like the top, like the bottom third, and just get another 10 reps. I'll work up to a weight that I can hit for just 10 on the first set, and reps will probably drop down, and I'll do 3 sets total for it. On the full range of motion reps, I do keep the arm slightly bent, really trying to drive with the elbow, keeping the pinky up. But once I get to the partials, I just straighten the arm out and almost do like a pendulum swing, just going back and forth, and just trying to really focus on hitting the side delt. Alright, Alright, so I finished up doing dumbbell side laterals. We move on to machine lateral raise. Just gonna do 2 work sets. Go straight into them. Try to hit 20 reps in the first set. The second set I'll just stay with the same weight, but reps will drop down, so it might be 12, 15 reps, something like that. And then move on to triceps from there. So that was all the delt work. I'm going to move on to triceps. I'm going to do a rope push down and do a cluster set with close grip bench press on the Smith machine. So the cluster set, again, it's like a superset, but we're just doing 60-second rest periods after each exercise. Start with the rope push down. For one, it gets the elbows nice and warm, hits a lot of the lateral head of the tricep. Then moving on to a close grip bench. Once the elbow starts moving out from the body, you start bringing more of the medial head into it and the lateral head as well. But that way we can work all aspects of the tricep. 2 moves, knock it out. It's effective, and then we'll be done. Rope push downs, make sure that elbow stays locked on the side. You don't want it drifting up and letting go into shoulder flexion. The tricep, it functions to extend the arm and also bring it back into shoulder extension. So you really want to focus on driving the hands back into the hips. That will give you the fullest tricep contraction. On the close grip bench press, take a shoulder width grip, really let those elbows come alongside the body, bring it down right to sternum level, and control the eccentric like a 3-second, then you can have a good explosive concentric movement. We'll do that for 3 rounds. During my, a lot of the other pressing exercises earlier in the day, I already hit some heavy moves, so that's like a good heavy stimulus for triceps. So now I'll stay in the higher rep range doing my direct tricep work, giving more metabolic stress and pump. So I'll try to aim to hit like 15 to 20 reps on this first set. Stick with the same weight and just go through all 3 of those sets. That was my 8-week out push session. Give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments below. See if you rearranged it or do something different with it to emphasize more triceps or shoulders. In the article I wrote, you could, if you're trying to bring up shoulders opposed to chest, start with your shoulder exercises, or vice versa. If you're doing, like, say, want to bring up triceps, you can start with tricep movements first and add the chest in second. For more information on Animal Pack and training, animalpack.com, check out the forum. All of us are posting up our workouts up there, so you can get plenty of other workouts and exercise tips from us and things to do. See you guys next time.